Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Thursday, September the 8th, 2022. Thursday, September 8th, 2022. We had some interesting things going on. We had Nate, he's having lunch with Elena. And he's telling Elena that, yes, he is getting ready to go bold. He's going to show Devon, you know, exactly who he is. And he is getting ready to just do this, and Devon is going to have to recognize. And Elena is like, Nate, so you're going to go over Devon's against his wishes, right around him, not even having Amanda overlook whatever plans you're planning on doing. He goes, I'm going to go big. And then Devon is going to have to finally give me my props and recognize. And Elena says, you're making a mistake. That is a mistake. I mean, are you going to at least run whatever you're going to do by Lily? No, because ultimately, Devon uh, uh, is not gonna like it if Lily went ahead and gave the green light on it, and I don't want to put Lily in the middle, so that Devon would think she took my side. Well, bottom line, I am so happy Nate is doing what Nate is getting ready to do, because during the meeting, one of the things Devon said was when Lily said, no, your ideas have merit worth, exploring. And one of the things Devon told him, so you would take that to mean, and actually that wasn't in the meeting, that was when Devon found him at Crimson Light. You would take Lily's statement of it's worth exploring. He goes, that was so blanket and so vague. And you would want to just run with it blindly. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I would make sure I had all the research done. That's exactly what he's doing. Running with it blindly. He was even on the phone with some of his people, PR people, contract people, or whatever people he's working with. And they said, you do understand that this is costly and it's non-refundable. I understand, yeah, but this is going to be the best thing we ever. Oh, he just running with it. I am so happy to be able to witness this. I tell you, I can't wait for the episode, because I'm going to be sitting there with my bowl of popcorn, just eating just waiting for the disaster, because it's a disaster waiting to happen. And Amani is standing right there, egging him on. Amani had the nerve. And then Nate got a little upset with Elena. It's too bad you don't see my vision and you don't share, my thoughts on it. And she goes, no, I just see this is a bad idea. This is trouble. You need to clear it. You need to talk to, he ain't listening. So Amani had the nerve. She saw Elena at the coffee house, and Elena said, how's your mom? I'm here for you if you have any questions. I'm here for you if you need anything. So she goes, well, thank you, Elena. And Elena's walking away. Elena, I just left an incredible meeting with Nate at the office. So Elena turns around, walks back to her, puts her purse down. Oh, really good. And Nate was shining. And he told me that you said that he should quit and go back to medicine. And Elena looks at her and she goes, oh, are you upset that he shared that with me? And Elena said, oh, I see exactly what you're doing, Amani. I see you. And she's looking like, what? She goes, no, no, no. I see you. See, you want me to be upset that Nate told you that. That's why you made it a point to tell me. What other reason would you have to tell me that? So Monty just looks, she goes, it's just too bad. You want him to go back to medicine, to be with you. It's thinking, wait a minute, to be with me. Last I checked, we live together. He is with me. And so she goes, it's just too bad. I have more faith, or not too bad. She goes, it seems like I have more faith in Nate with his business ideas and his business, what he brings to the table in business than you do. And Amani just walks away. And Elena looks like, huh, see, tomorrow, because Amani, as soon as she said, Nate has this thing that he wants to go forward with something big. And Amani goes, so he is going to go after doing the music festival. He is going to do it. Good. Well, good for you, Amani. Now you just told Elena what Nate is up to. And tomorrow's episode, it should be Elena into Lily's office telling Lily what's happening and who the person that's driving the wedge between Devon and Nate is. That should be Elena. She should definitely tell, because Amani made it a point to stick her nose in it, make it known. Okay. So that was interesting to me. And I'm looking forward to that happening. Then we have Jack at society picking himself up his lunch, and Phyllis is there, having coffee, working on some work. And she goes, hi, Jack. How you doing, Jack? And he goes, well, you're in a chipper mood. Are there any other articles on Diane getting ready to come out? And she goes, I don't know, Jack. If there are, would you tell me? I would love to see them. And she's smiling at him. And he goes, you told me that you had nothing to do with that article about Diane. Yet you were seen, you and Nikki, talking to the reporter. You want to stick to that story still? So Phyllis says, I love how fast she thinks on her feet. She goes, well, for one thing, Jack, it wasn't just me and Nikki talking to Talia. Diane was right there. She said, Diane was right there. Matter of fact, when Nikki and I got here, Diane was already talking to the reporter, just all in it. Said, if anything, it's Diane herself that sparked the interest. And Jack just looked, he goes, no, Diane has worked very hard, and that was your agenda. She goes, look, there wasn't one new thing in this article that wasn't published in Restless Style before. It was the same. It's been out there. It's been published. She goes, and in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I know Phyllis gave her a couple of new things because she said, I'm going to give you something that's different than the old article. So I know there was some new stuff in there. But he goes, Jack, and here you are. Diane must have really come crying to you. Oh, Phyllis, oh. And so Nikki walks in and jumps right in it and says, look at you, Jack. Look at you. And Jack, when Nikki started talking, see, it's not just Phyllis. Now we got Nikki in it. Jack starts to clam up. She goes, you already on Diane's defense, Jack? And he goes, I am doing this for Kyle. This is Kyle. So, this is his mother that you all are attacking. He goes, no. We're not attacking her. The article was the truth. We're not attacking Kyle. It's the truth, And so Jack just, with the two of them, he goes and he grabs his lunch bag and he walks right on out. And they're like, shh, Jack, already Diane is got him on a little tight rope or little string, puppet string. So that doesn't stop them. Nikki tells Phyllis that she is getting ready to go out to LA and meet with Deacon Sharp because she wants to find some information. Uh, what does he know about Diane's stint, in Los Angeles? He was the one who helped her fake her death and helped her get out of Genoa City. He has to have more information on Diane. So, one thing's for sure though, Deacon Sharp was in jail for quite a stunt on The Bold and the Beautiful over the past 10, 15 years. There was a huge period that he was in jail. He's on parole now, which is why he's having his issues with Sheila staying where she's at. But that's another story, a soap that, goodness, I'll do another episode maybe next month and recap a whole month of that in 30 minutes. Whole month of The Bold and the Beautiful in 30 minutes. That's all it takes. But anyway, she's getting ready to go out to LA, and Phyllis is like, "Are you sure that's wise?" And Nikki's like, "Yes, I'm sure it's wise, and I know how to handle him." So we shall see what that brings, Nikki, what happens with that. And then we have Billy. Billy talks to Lily, and he brings up Chelsea, and he tells, Lily that, what, after talking to Chelsea, he does kind of understand a little bit, there is nothing wrong with them having more meetings or get together with him and Connor, as cousins, play, just hanging out, and Chelsea being there so that he can see, he's around Chelsea. And Lily said, well, one of the things that helps is when you do finally decide to tell Johnny that Chelsea is his biological mother, he would have remembered her being in his life, pretty much throughout his life. And he would also know that she was very caring to him, that she cared about him. She goes, that is one positive thing. And, they get to the pool. Connor's already in the pool. They didn't want to spend any extra money on another low actor. Connor's in the pool. Johnny wants to get in the pool. Chelsea's kind of gushing over him. And, did you put sunscreen on? And he's looking like, yeah, I did. Okay, but be very careful. He's like, Dad, can I go into the pool? And he's like, yes, do a cannonball. So he goes running to do a cannonball in the pool, and Chelsea's like, be careful, be. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you're trying to do this gushy mother concern so he can wonder, why is she like that to me? When it's time to leave, let's see if she doesn't reach over, grab Johnny and give him a hug goodbye, and he'll be like, woo, okay, wow, So we shall see where that goes. But she was very happy. And she told, Billy that, no, that thank you. It was very nice that he arranged this, play date at the pool. So that's how that ended. And then we had Tessa. Tessa was doing her photo shoot. She was very nervous. It was done in the park. She felt uncomfortable because Tessa, this whole modeling is all new to her. It's a whole new, she's a performer, performing in front of thousands, but she's singing, she's being herself. It's not, all eyes are on her, but she can do her own thing. Here it's look this way, look that way, lean into the cat. You have to really be, you're more scrutinized, your looks are. And then she was just blotching the whole photo shoot. And that photographer was very snipey to her. Like, oh, goodness. I'm like, can the photographer even try to pull something out of her? But no. And I thought, are they going to go get Noah? Is now Noah going to get a job working as the photographer for Marchetti? But here's the thing. Tessa has to be used to, as a model, all different photographers taking pictures of her. She has to be comfortable in front of the camera, no matter who's taking the pictures. So Mariah talked to her, pulled her aside and talked to her 2 or 3 times, trying to get her to loosen up, because Lauren was thinking, oh no, this was a bad idea. This is not going to work. And Summer was like, ooh, yikes. And they were saying, look, Lauren was just point blank said the problem is Tessa. She's got to bring it. She's got to loosen up. And so the last time that Mariah talked to her, it talked some sense into her. And she was able to finally loosen up and be the Tessa we knew she could be. And I'm telling you, she was loving the camera and the camera was loving her. And it ended up being a phenomenal photo shoot. Now, if you think about it, Tessa's always been uncomfortable one-on-one with photographers. Remember when Noah was taking photos of her for her album cover? Noah took candid shots of her, and he took pictures of her. A lot of the time, she didn't even know he was taking pictures of her. He got her talking, they were laughing, they were talking, and he was just taking pictures, and she didn't know it. So she was never comfortable, being photographed, but she rose above and she performed and she did a great job. And one thing I'm so happy that the writers let go of the whole not dragging out her not being able to talk for too long. Now, whether she'll be able to sing again, that is another story. But her voice seems pretty strong. I'm happy they're not really just making that into an ugly situation. And then we had Adam show up just to check out the shoot. And Summer and Tessa was nervous because now that's yet another person there. Okay, so Summer's trying to tell him, look, this is a private shoot. Can you please leave? And he's like, look, I'm just checking it out to see how it's going. And then Kyle shows up, and I'm thinking Kyle wasn't there. That's yet another person, the CEO of Marchetti. So that should make Tessa nervous. But Kyle is, oh, he's stepping up and he's doing a Billy, to Adam, my father, you're a pity case. And this, he was just very disrespectful. And Adam said, you don't understand corporate America, do you? Because I'm co-CEO of Jabot. Marchetti is a subsidiary of Jabot. In other words, Adam is saying, I'm your boss, boy. What you doing? But Adam let it slide. He let it go. He didn't flex too much. But Adam needs to have a talk with Jack and let Jack know what happened so Jack could tell Kyle, let me tell you something. This is business. And he needs to tell Kyle like he told Billy, I make the business decisions. And as the business decision, you're going to respect my co-CEO. Jack, Kyle, Adam is not COO. He's co-CEO. Okay. So respect that, Kyle. So that was it for today. Let's go to comment corner. I have one comment, possibly two. Let's see, how many comments do I have for the Young and the Restless? I do have 2 comments, and they are, the first one is, nope, that one I read yesterday. So I think I only have one today, 2. LaShanta said Amani is mad at Amanda, and so she wants to hurt Devon. There's something underlying with Amani. We just don't know, And she says that she can't wait for Nate to mess up, and that Elena needs to tell Lily and Devon. I agree with that. She definitely does. And then Annette, I don't understand quite your comment, but you said Lily is a better life. She has a better life other than Billy, or she can have a better life, other than with Billy. She's happy with Billy. Billy is happy with her. Billy's just not happy with corporate life. Billy's not happy with Billy right now. So I don't know what's going to unfold with that. That is definitely 100% for sure. Something's going to happen. But that is it for Comment Corner. That is it for the daily recap of the Young and the Restless. I will be back tomorrow. Doubt if it's really going to be a cliffhanger Friday, but I will be back tomorrow for Friday's edition of the Young and the Restless daily recap.